Hey YouTube, this is Kevin Bowen of Bowen Small Engine, and today I'm working on a ZTS 7500 as a favor mostly to a neighbor. This lawnmower, of course, is not his. It is for another friend, actually, of his, who had taken it to another guy, okay, a shade tree mechanic, if you will. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing shade tree mechanics. There are some out there that actually do a really great job. But this guy completely destroyed the wire harness on this mower. And as you can clearly see, there's a new one. Now, there's a story behind this new wire harness. After the guy had actually cut every wire on this thing and tried to splice and put it together and whatnot and what have you, he basically ruined the starter. Now, I found this out momentarily, I would say maybe 10 minutes ago, okay? And I'm completely shocked by it because I was expecting basically to put the wire harness back on and everything to be basically okay. But sadly, this fool had actually hooked up this starter with the old existing wire harness and exposed it to that current. And he burned it up basically, all because the valves need to be adjusted. And of course I'm going to do that for the customer. But as I say, it's just bizarre that someone would go to the lengths to destroy a lawnmower to this degree. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but with all due respect, if you don't know what you're doing, you're not doing yourself a favor or anyone else by cutting wires. I'm just completely and utter awe by this. As I say, I replaced some of the switches. I'm going to show you here on the handlebars here. Okay, I replaced those switches here and here. And of course, I replaced the safety switch on the seat. Reason being is they were actually faulty, and he had just basically used the old switches with the existing wire harness. It's just crazy. I have no idea why he did it, but he did. Now that being said, the key switch was actually in good shape. I tested it, it's just fine, and I was able to basically get the current flow that I needed down to the starter. As I said earlier, that's how I actually discovered that the starter was bad. Now note that I actually changed the celluloid because the existing celluloid had been really hot. And it was faulty to the extent that it would work sometimes and then it wouldn't. Okay? So in dealing with that aggravation, I just changed the celluloid. And of course now it activates every single time. So, like I said, just completely crazy. Now, I'm going to show you guys just a little of the damage, okay, that was done to this lawnmower before I got it. I'm going to show you the electric clutch. And this guy just cut the living hell out of these wires on the electric clutch. And, of course, I'm going to have to patch it. But if you'll look, if that guy had to purchase this electric clutch, he would be out of a shit ton of money. Roughly about $230. All because some guy got happy with a pair of wire cutters. Now, of course, I got my wire cutters here, or splicers if you will, and I'm going to have to repair this guy's screw up just so I can salvage this electric clutch. I'm completely just mind blown that someone would go to this extent to destroy a lawnmower. I don't understand it. Now, I had heard that the guy had actually gotten in a little bit of trouble, the one that had worked on it, for credit card fraud. It doesn't shock me after seeing the extent of crap that he would do to this lawnmower, that he would be in that type of trouble. But as I say, I'm going to show you guys that I got current feed down to it to basically let you guys know that, you know, I'm not kidding you. This lawnmower will not start with the starter as it is. I'm going to take it off, I'm going to fix it, and then I'm going to show you guys that it'll turn over. Until the next video, YouTube. But before I go, let me go ahead and show you guys the voltage here. So as you can see, I've got current flow all the way through.